because this is the day that you have made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. As we have come, O Lord, for the opening ceremony of the Minority Center, we pray, Father, that your presence will be felt here, that those here will be open, and you alone will be Lord in this house. We pray that you will direct the executive director and his workers as they steer the affairs of this entity. Be with each and every one of us. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Second item, we have moving.
Maybe this one can raise me. If you and we will, somebody can raise that one. I don't know, I can sing.
You believe and I believe, and we together pray. The Holy Spirit will come down, and Africa will be saved. And Africa will be saved.
That's why it looks like.
I know, right?
And Africa will be saved. The Holy Spirit will come down. And Africa will be saved. So let's hear America. If you believe and I believe, and we together pray, the Holy Spirit will come to America. America will be saved. America will be saved. America will be saved. The Holy Spirit will come down. America will be saved. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Madam President, for saving Thank you.
Welcome remarks, Sheila Carter. Is Ms. Sheila Carter here? Welcome remarks, Ms. Sheila Carter.
This Congressman Yakil, firstly, show appreciation for your coming this morning, given all the busy schedules on Saturday morning. We are happy that you are here today to see and witness the opening of our new offices in Philadelphia. We pray that we all work together. And I'm very amazed that I see important persons here. Senator Williams has just sent his representative that promised to come. He allowed me to come something came up. Dr. Taylor, who also agreed to be here from Delaware County, just sent me an email and an emergency. But I'm happy that we have important persons like our own strong lady, Jenny Blackwell.
Yeah.
We have African person, we have Akanan person, we have Afamo, we have the Liberian Association, we have ULA, we have David Bolo, we have the police, 12th District, we have Delaware County Black Caucus, we have the Delaware County Commission, the Delaware County Commission Immigrant Affairs, and so many more. Liberian Association and all the group president. The Old Timers Schools Association.
Representative Curry.
Oh! Please forgive me. I She doesn't need, but thanks for coming here, Representative Corey. So we'll welcome you and please sit down as we go through the rest of the program. The introductory statement will be done by our two young ladies, and divided into four. So who's starting first? For your name.
Hello everybody, my name is Celine Touch and I'll be passionate about
Come on. So I'll talk louder so I'll hear.
Hi everybody, my name is Celine Tarzan and I'll be reading a passage about the minority center.
Wait, one second. I beg you. I beg you. There was an oversight. Can we just one moment silence for the death of the five persons of both the most recent tragedy in the Ecclesiastes Southwest Philadelphia? This is very important. This organization is one of our other organizations who have a program to prioritize that. So just 1 minute for silence.
Hello everybody, my name is Celine Tarzan and I'll be reading a passage about the minority center. State and city government officials from Philadelphia and Delaware County, representatives of other agencies.
What?
Representatives of other agencies. Here, present community leaders, members of the clergy, youth participating with the minority center. Here, present members of the press. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the official opening ceremony of the minority center for participation and empowerment Philadelphia's offices. The Minority Center for Participation and Empowerment is a community-based nonprofit organization founded in November of 2020 and incorporated on March 8th, 2021. Following the George Floyd incident, for the purpose of working with minority folks to reduce the level of stigma, help improve their lives, and reduce the number of gun-related violence in the Delaware Valley.
Hi, my name is Kai, and I will be rereading this. State and city government officials from Philadelphia and Delaware County, representatives of other agencies, community leaders, members of clergy, youth participating with the Minority Center, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, today marks the official grand opening ceremony of the Minority Center for Participation and Empowerment Philadelphia offices. The Minority Center for Participation and Empowerment is a community-based nonprofit organization founded in November of 2020 and incorporated on March 8th, 2021, following the George Floyd incident for the purpose of working with minority folks to reduce the level of stigma, help improve their lives, and reduce the number of gun-related violence in Delaware County. The purpose for today's gathering is to formally launch the Minority Center Philadelphia building. The building currently renders services to youth and adults from Delaware County and Philadelphia through phone call or direct services. Residents from Delaware County and Philadelphia can fax, receive fax, and scan documents free of charge, while youth participating with the Minority Center can do the same and photocopy free of charge. The building has 3 levels. The upper level has the office of the executive director. 2 other
is just so we have three persons. Who's the first person? Senator William office. Just cutting the official opening of this building. This building has been used, but just this now is just making it official that it's been built, so you can lay on walls. So the next person is
Next person is Councilwoman Sarah P. and Dr. Barber.
okay.
The next person, we have former state representative, Councilwoman Jenny Blackwell.
Mr. Black, come this side.
I think it's right there.
Bofi, join. Thank you.
The next item, we have tour of the building.
I told this thing is not big, but we just use this time to see the first floor, the middle floor, and the basement. I need to know where that. So the delegation will be led by Representative Corey. What will you? You will lead the delegation. Those who can make it to come, especially those here. I know everybody can go, but you can come. Let's just come and see how you look like and come down. This Jabari, you will help. Jenny. Let's see how you look like. Up and down. Led by the representative.
How are you?
Madam President, so how you feel about the program today?
I'm glad I'm here. This is a great occasion and it's timely. It's overdue. We should. Well, I know there are other centers around that are doing the same as it's doing, but I encourage every community to play a part because the gun violence is getting terrible in our community. We see that happen almost every day. So we all need to get involved. This is not about because you're American, you're African, you're Liberian. This is about our children's future. So I thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you very much.
The awards thing, declaring it.
Yeah?
Yes,
How about this?
Oh, yes. We love
How you doing? This is Kofi Jabata and
the program?
You've been here before.
This is a wonderful event, and I'm happy that we were able to assist the Minority Center to achieve its goal.
Come downstairs. Upstairs, come down.
Okay. No, we have to do that.
So this is the president of the ULA. Mr. President, how do you feel so far
I
with this
think-
program today?
I feel very pleased that you have an organization that is servicing the community, that is impacting our community, and to help our children and make the conscience of our community better.
Okay.
So I think it's a worthwhile cause.
Okay, now we have a lot of gun violence and stuff going on in Philadelphia. My understanding is this center is going to be very helpful to the community. How do you feel about the situation concerning gun violence?
I really think that the gun violence that was perpetrated a few days ago was outrageous. It's unacceptable. You can have people who are lunatic roaming the street and recklessly just killing and taking the lives of other people. So this has been done before. The community stood still and was able to create awareness and provided resources, and continuing to do it is a worthwhile cause. So I think Minority Center and all the other community organizations, African, ULA, the Liberian community, will be holding together in providing the kind of resources that are befitting, these kinds of dangerous things that are being done in our community.
Thank you very much.
How are you? Everything is good?
Yeah, everything is good. So how you feel about the program today?
I think this is exciting to see another immigrant-led, Liberian-founded, operated, and doing business not just in Philadelphia, but also in Delaware County. It's very empowering, it's impactful, and I'm excited to see all of this work being done.
Okay, we have a lot of problems with gun violence in the community these few days, and people are very concerned about that. I know you run a very big non-profit organization helping the community. What is the next step, and what are some of the things that you guys are putting in place to see if we can help the community?
I think most important for us as a community is to raise the awareness about gun violence, the impact it has within our community, first and foremost, and the community at large, and the need for not just awareness, but for prevention, the need to ensure that our people are empowered to know what is needed to take care of ourselves first in terms of resources, as well as in terms of community building and strengthening of our community networks. It is important to ensure that greater partnerships are developed and collaborations with both state and government, state and federal legislative stakeholders are done, so that we can get the funding and additional resources we need to ensure that our community is protected. Because if we cannot have those resources, it makes it very difficult to do the work that we need to do to protect our people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go upstairs. I want to talk to Mr. Dr. Eric. Dr. Eric, you're welcome in here. This is,
You said one time you stayed in there.
this is the part of the upstairs.
But she
that will have.
she wants to
Yes. These are some of the places. And this is Dr. Eric.
shall we on the stairs? Yes, sir.
This is Dr. Eric. He's one of the leaders in the community. Father Eric, how do you feel about this establishment?
Well, it's always a great thing and a pleasure to see the multiplication of community-based organization, immigrant-led organization. The needs are so many that we are proud when a group of people get together with a vision to add on to what is already, and of course will increase the ecosystem of immigrant-led organization of Philadelphia.
Okay, so we have a lot of issues concerning gun violence this past month. It's getting on the increase. And a lot of people, I know we got an African guy who got lost his son, and some other folks lost their son as well. What is the organization, other organizations doing to protect the problem?
I'm not very familiar with what the Minority Center will be doing, and I think the president or the executive director will speak on to that. But as far as AFRICOM is concerned, we do have a violence prevention program. One of the programs that we have, will concern adults. It is with funding from the Pennsylvania State Office of, the Violence Prevention Office. And through that, we are actually trying to create a group, a support group that will intervene and then help families of victims of gun violence. But in the meantime, we have to be also very proactive in mitigating not only the impact, but also creating activities through which people will build awareness, and then that awareness will also be much more in the African immigrant communities where there are different layers of violence as well. So this is what we're doing, and then we are very concerned. We feel, send all our sympathies to Brother Jonah from the Liberian community that we know very well, whose son, is one of the victims of the latest shooting in the city of Philadelphia. But as we have done in the years past, anytime there is this kind of event, AFRICOM will step in either by connecting the families to available services to mitigate the impact of this tragedy.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Philad Nelson I. I am the founder and CEO of Lift Africa LLC. Lift Africa started as an employment agency that sought the employment of immigrants coming to the U.S. and finding ways and means to go to start life in this great country. Now we have added airport pickups and drop, car rental, hall rental. As you see, we have a new business location. Started with just a little office part, but today we have a whole complex that we can do a lot of stuff with.
Hello everyone, my name is Geneva Kreitz. I'm the Executive Administrator of Uplift Africa. We have an excellent employment rate at our company. We work with and for you regardless of your situation. If you've ever been in prison, maybe your background isn't great, do not worry. We have a place for you here. We believe in equal opportunity for everyone, especially you. So sign up today and begin earning.
My name is Emmanuel B. Horton, Operational Director for Live Africa. Live Africa is the place to be.
But the executive, a brief remark for the Minority Center. Alaska Wisdom.
So I know the place, so let me just say that as all of you know, we have existed for 2 years now, and we're actually funded in 2020. We got our EIN number, that's just a paper, but we're incorporated in 2021 on March 8th, and they were following the George Floyd incident. We just thought that there was a need. I know there are a lot of organizations around here, but there was a need to increase the level of organization of work with our minority folks. These folks that have been stigmatized. Most of our young black men are in jail, incarcerated. When they leave from jail, they come back, they go back to jail. We just thought that, look, we can have a program and talk to them, help to counsel them, work with them and see how we can get grants to to get them rehabilitated. Because we feel that arresting kids all the time and jailing them, and arresting them and jailing them does not solve the problem. What solves the problem is that you must try to find a program, rehabilitate them, get them jobs. Most of the kids do not have criminal records. So because they have criminal records, if they come from jail, they go back to jail. They hang out with bad friends. So what we're trying to do is that work with them so that they can get the dignity of life because they are loose hope. We're also working with the young folks, the kids in the school, because it begins from the school. If the kids in the school are not looked at properly, they will end up getting in the street. So we have after school programs, we have math tutoring classes. If you notice, first of all, I want to recognize my partner, Mr. Piccoli. Yeah, she does the math classes Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. She does that. Because the thing is that we notice that more parents, when the child is in first, second grade, the parents can help with math lessons. But when the child reaches 9th, 12th grade, mom cannot help again. Maybe dad is doing double jobs. So we thought that if your children have problems, come in, bring them, we can help them with the math and other lessons. So that's why we decided to have the after school program, the tutorial classes. The kids come here every Saturday, they sit around, play games, play with the computers. There from there, we take them to the park where they enjoy themselves, play ball, and the parents take them up. We do this, and it's going to increase as in the summer. The days are going to increase. So we want you to feel free, sign your children out. Those who want to play, recognize my friend, my young brother, okay. So we're going to connect them with different sports. Those who want to play football, basketball. I just had the football coach. So if you get a coach, your child, you want a child to play some certain sport like football, basketball, connect them with us. We will send them we will connect them with the coach, and they will be involved in what they want to do. Your child want to do ballet, culture, African dance. We have already met with these people, and they are prepared to help these kids. We have a big program on August 12th where we'll be giving you backpacks, we'll be doing intellectual discourse where there will be competitions, spelling contests, and you will see the kids performing. They will play games and toys, will all be on in the park. But we want to thank you, and let me say something about getting grants. Yeah. We have not gotten grants. We look for partners to help us. The first help we got was to collaborate with our brother Akana. We collaborated with Mr. Jabate, because I was like, how can we get grant in? Whatever grant we apply for, they tell us that, look, have you extended this time? Have you sent all the report? Do you have so we never had grant. We are new. How can we submit all the report? So it's difficult. So Mr. Jabate was kind of say, look, work with my staff and see whether you guys can get a grant. I can serve as a fiscal sponsor. So Mr. Jabate allowed us to use his organization name and himself. We got a little money, and that's how we bought the computers. You see? But besides that, staff payment, volunteers, every time the kids come here, we feed them, we get in the field, we buy water, espresso, burger, hot dogs, we take care of them. No grant. We are still hustling. So I want to thank you for coming, and we just got a little award. We just got a little grant from AFAO to help promote health, the general health awareness. So we'll be studying that later. So we are open to collaborations. People come here, if you want to have a small meeting of few people who got a projector, you can have your training, you can have your meeting, and we can go. But as we said, the photocopier there, we got fax machine, we got scanner, it's free of charge. If you're somewhere, you want to scan, you don't know, a library closed, or you can't go to the library, on Sunday after hour, just call us, you can come and scan, you can fax, and receive fax, it will be all free of charge. And the kids that participate with us can do the photocopy, we will pay for that. So we want to thank you, and we hope that we can continue the program. So actually we have here recognition. So let me take the guest we have with you. We have the William office, maybe if I left you out, we invited Representative Corey. We have the Police 12 District, we got Yula, Akana, AFAO, African, Multicultural. We got Councilwoman Lucy Proud. We have Delaware County Black Caucus, the Gentleman Club, the Library Association, the Oakside Pennsylvania Old Timer Sports Association. We got Piccoli. Do we have NAACP Philadelphia? Okay, they agree to come. And Delaware County Black Caucus, we invited the Delaware County Immigration Affairs Commission. And Injury Protection. If I'm missing your name, your organization name, I'm very sorry, but these are, yeah.
Women of Substance. Women of Substance of the Delaware Valley.
Sorry. You see it? Women of Substance. I will look at the trouble. It's right there, black and white. Yeah, Women of Substance. So, Philadelphia 12th District, Philadelphia Mayor Commission, African and Caribbean Affairs. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't call your organization, I'm very sorry, but these are the people you invited. And I know you fought on the commission. I got my own recognized, so I'm part of about 4 distinct organizations. I'm a commissioner of the Delaware County Immigration Affairs. The Delaware County Immigration Affairs, I'm a commissioner. And these are my colleagues from the commission. So you see, I'm an important person in Delaware County. So yeah. So I'm also a member of the Gentleman Club of Pennsylvania. It's the Gentleman Club. Mr. Hazard is the chairman. I'm part of the Old Timer Sports Association. Is the Old Timer present? Yeah. Okay. I'm a member of the Delaware County Black Caucus. It's a caucus present. Right here. So I'm happy that these organizations that we are part of can come and support us. So at this time, we open the floor for a few remarks. You know, because we don't have much time, but I know somebody wants to say something.
Yeah, remarks.
Yeah, remarks. Somebody wants to say something. Yeah.
I just wanted, just 2 minutes. Come here. Hello guys, my name is Sadiq Kamara. I live in Delaware County, but I'm very involved in Southwest Philadelphia in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I just want to take the time to thank you for, creating this nonprofit. I know we have multiple nonprofits in this room. We have Arcana, we have Liberian Association of Pennsylvania, we have EULA, we have, your organization? So we have many organizations here, and we all have like the same common goal of giving back to the community and advocating for the youth and the immigrant community. We all focus on. So you taking this lead, we're really proud of you. One thing I want to emphasize on, he calls me all the time about grants and things in that nature. Unfortunately, sometimes there's a disconnect between some organizations and the city officials or state officials or federal officials. So it's important that these local officials that are in this room now, that everybody network with them. We have State Representative Gina Curry here. The Senator's office was here also. It's important because they can help you, find these grants and that you need to continue to grow your organization. So thank you for doing this. I'm really proud of you. You're a mentor to me, and we're going to continue to do good work. Man.
Thank you. And let me say that folks from Delaware County and Philadelphia benefit. We got people from Upper Darby, Sharon Hill, Collindale, Fulcrum, Southwest Philadelphia, and West Philadelphia all come here. So this place is, in the future, we'll see how we can get our Delaware County office. I'll work with the representatives and the county to see how we can get our office in the Delaware County also. Remarks.
Okay, so my name is Joseph Anderson. I am the founder and owner of the Liberian Radio and Television Network in Philadelphia. Most of the time we go to programs. Sometimes we are not recognized. People don't know the work we do. We are actually based in the Northeast Philadelphia. We have our office there. We've been doing this in 2018. I work with a lot of organizations like Multicultural Family Service, one of our key backbone that really support us and keep funding up with all the different resources and things we need. Arcana, we have, I have my brother, Twazama, and we have the Liberian Old Timer team, and I mean the EULA especially, Mr. Kamara. They help us to keep on moving. We don't know the importance of this is the internet. It's very, very important. A lot of places I go, I travel all over the country, and people call me to do program for them. But one key thing people tell me is, you are the one that actually making us to look back into Philadelphia and see what's happening. Of course, we move in California, we move to other places, but when we look at LRTN, they always tell us and it's dignified for us to know that we're still part of Philadelphia. So this is a wonderful initiative. We do advertisement. I would love to be a part of this. If there's any way we can help, all we need you guys is to help us. Like we said about resources, the limited resources we have, that's what we use, and we don't have a lot. But the little bit we have, we keep putting it back. And this country got everything you can think about. So we try our best to do the community what we can. Everybody can come with me, but myself, I have to quit my job and keep it moving, okay? Because I think this is very important for us, okay? So we ask that everybody support us, and we will help to work with you and make this happen. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm calling for volunteers. Somebody coming back.
Yeah, a few more.
Miss Jenny Blackwell, you want to say something, man? She's an iron lady in the African community. She's an iron lady in the African Caribbean community.
Yes. Thank you. Good morning to everyone again. Yes. First, I always give honor to God first. Yes. He is first in my life. And let me say that I'm very impressed. This is just a wonderful, fabulous building. And I'm so impressed with the agenda and all the groups that are here, from Ohio to all those in Delaware County. And, you know, I've been we, of course, introduced the legislation to have it founded during the administration of John Street.
No, Jonah, don't go there. Just leave it.
And we've been head of the Mayor's Commission on African and Caribbean Immigrant Affairs ever since, through all the mayors. And you know, it's amazing, and I'm going to ask both of you to speak on African Town in a minute for the rest of my time, but I wanted to say that I was on a Zoom last night, and on this Zoom, they were talking about why Malcolm X was killed and how he was trying to unify when he was killed February 21st, 65, and that the system had him murdered because he was trying to unify all black people every place. Black people in Africa, black people here, black people from Brazil and other places in South America, Brazil and Venezuela and such. Black people all over. He played a tape. Black people all over the globe. And that the system knows if we ever really united and really support one another, we'd be the strongest on the globe at all times. So I've been thinking about it ever since I heard it. It was so empowering, as your name is, and it was so positive, because as much as they try to say we don't get along, people to people, they can't, because it's not true. It is the system's way to try to divide us and not have us be together, work together, live together, and move forward together. So it is an honor. I'm very, very impressed with all I see. I want to wish you the very, very best. I'm here to do whatever I can. I thank you, and both of you, if I may, just ask him to give a little time. I'd like him to talk about the project of my lifetime, Africa Town. Mofi Jabatek, President of the Congress.
First of all, there are many Liberians in here, and we also have the community leadership, the national leadership, and I must also congratulate the Liberian community in Philadelphia, Portia Kamara, myself, Oni Riches.
Yes.
How can we not celebrate another Liberian organization? Because what happened is many of us, when we came to America many, many years ago, like me in 1990, that's about 33 years ago, this kind of opportunity did not exist. No. And we did not have the brotherly and the sisterly relationship we have today from across the state of Pennsylvania. When I first walked in Jenny Blackwell office many, many years ago, I forcefully said she gave me her seat and stood up, and at that period of time, folks like us were nowhere to be recognized.
Yes.
But like she said, there was something about her which she inherited from her husband, the late Lucian Blackwell, that was telling her to unify black people. Today, not only has the African Cultural Alliance of North America, one of the earlier precursors to all of what we are seeing, organized and supported the creation of African, of FAO. Now we take pride in also including how we were able to hold a minority center to come to this milestone of opening a very beautiful facility. But let me say this, with all of those collective efforts, we have been able to now declare Southwest Philadelphia Africa Town. And what that means is that Africa Town begins with 47 north to Baltimore and south to Lindbergh Boulevard and all the way to 84th Street. And all of this area has been designated through the Philadelphia Planning Commission, and we have been accepted to be named Africa Town. We are now, with the help of Jenny Blackwell, Stan Stroder, the Mayor's Commission, the City of Philadelphia, we are building a $100 million facility on Chester Avenue. This is in recognition of all of the work that most of you have done. I want to end my brief statement by saying today is another sad day. It's a sad day because one of our brothers, Jonah Wama, lost his son in the current gun violence. If y'all saw me on the phone, I was not paying attention. I was coordinating all of what Jonah is dealing with, and including his relocation and cleaning up his house and preparing for the burial of his son. But I'm saying these days, when things like that happen to us, we immediately have a stress point. We immediately have a contact point. The DA and I are on the phone all day. It was not possible. So we welcome our brother of Alaska, who has consulted with me all throughout this process. And I just want to say thank all of you for coming, and I want to also recognize the president of the Liberian Association and the president of the National Youth Liberian Association. I will be shortly leaving because I have to run to meet representative of the DA office somewhere. I told them I'll be there in 10 minutes. So thank all of you. Oh, she understands something has developed over the period of our own creating. When I speak to a larger audience, I say we are one people with one cause, with one destiny. We don't have an African American group. We don't have an African immigrant group. We don't have Caribbean immigrant group. We are one black family. And that being said, that is the kind of motto that has brought Akana this far. And I wish and hope that the Minority Center, the Multicultural Family Services, FAO, African, Liberian Association, will begin to look at themselves as black people. We recently ran about 3 Liberian candidates in local political elections. One of whom won a city council seat in Upper Darby. The other one came very close in getting Borough. What I mean is that as black people, we cannot do that unless we unify ourselves as one people. For me, that's my mission. If I were to die today, let it be known that we were fighting to bridge the gap between all of the divisiveness that have divided African and African American. My goal is to unify them. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me show you this certificate that was just handed to me. I'm grateful. I say thank you very much. Let me also note that Stan Schroeder apologizes for not being able to be here today. He is our brother as well. He, Volpe, and I are brothers and sisters, and let me say thank you, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, all right, but then I wanted the representative to come.
Thank you.
I wanted the representative to come, the police, then you come. Is it okay? Or, no, if I, no, come. You the Liberian president, come on.
That's good. Thank you, Mr. Whistler. And I'm so happy to be here. Welcome, everyone. I feel like I'm in the midst of countries. and I'm happy to be here because this couldn't be more timely enough. At the point where we lost our son in this community, Mr. Joseph Wimmer Jr. And it was a sad time for a lot of us as I attended the service at the church of Salt. Yeah, and we were all there, and I saw a lot of Liberians and other people in the community there. But this is not just to talk about a Liberian child that got killed. This is to talk about our children, black or white, brown or pink. This is to end the violence that affects all of us in this country. And then so I decided to bring my son along. My son is standing right there. He's a college student. He'll be graduating in December. And when I heard about the death of those people, I thought about, I shouldn't be thinking about it, but I thought about my son. It could be anybody's child. And so this is an issue we have to tackle in our community. And so I want to thank you, Mr. Wisner, for doing such a great job, doing this. And I hope we'll all collaborate in bringing our community to a safety zone. District 12 Chief and everybody else are here, all council members, I should say all politicals observed, I won't need everybody's, but representatives and everyone, I'm glad you are all here to listen to this. This is a problem that has been in our community for a while, and we all need to come together and tackle this problem. The gun doesn't know color. The bullets wouldn't tell who is killing. It could be anybody. So, but mainly, it's always bad in our black community, and we'll say that, so we come together today to celebrate this day in this building, but I want us all to know and keep in mind that it could be anybody at any time. And so let us work together, collaborate. There's an organization called Visionary Men International. The Liberian Association will be collaborating with them, and I'm going to ask Mr. Wisner to join us as we go on, as we have a service and awareness on gun violence coming this August. I don't know the date yet, and I'm sure we'll invite everybody here to be a part of it. Minority Center, let's make Minority Center Majority Center for all of us. But we need to always be around to make sure we protect our children, because our children look at us as to protect us, so please, let's pass the message to every neighborhood. And I really hope Mr. Wisner Minority Center will open in every part of the United States of America, in every part of Pennsylvania, everywhere. We should all be a part of this. This strong action is needed to stop the gun violence in our communities. And I thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you all again at the next time we come together to talk about the safety of our community. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much.
At this time, we listen to Representative Curry, then Officer Michelle. Officer Michelle is the community relations for 12th District. So, Representative Curry.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored to be here today. We just finished our House session, passing a state budget in the House, and there were a lot of struggles. And really, believe it or not, I thought a lot about you all back home here in this part of the Commonwealth. As we, my colleague that's right here in this district, she's not back yet, but Representative Regina Young, who's right in this district, and all of us who are fighting. We passed the Crown Act yesterday. Y'all know what the Crown Act is?
Yes, ma'am.
We passed the Crown Act yesterday, and 21 of our colleagues said no on the other side of the aisle. 21. It should have been a unanimous vote. But we know that we fight against so much every day. So when I think about what you're doing, Mr. Wisner, here, this is encouraging because there's a vision that's going forward. And when we were out doing the 4th of July stuff, the events this week, one of my messages was, we as the people here have to have hope. And with that hope, we have to have vision. And I see a part of your shirt says for participation and empowerment. We have to continue to empower one another, right? And so I've heard about unity. The Honorable Blackwell, she said, we have to come together. And when we think about the gentleman, I should know his name, of the librarian of Ascona. Right. He talked about all of us. When we fight in Harrisburg, a lot of times with the Pennsylvania Legislative Black Caucus, we talk about black and brown people, right? We're not just talking about people who were born here. We're talking about people who face issues. I know in my district in Delaware County, I have 2 of the most underfunded school districts in the Commonwealth, Upper Darby and William Penn School Districts. We are fighting. Our kids are not getting what they need or deserve in this Commonwealth. We had a whole lawsuit that was founded in our favor, and we're still not really being respected in terms of what our children need. I have an 8th grader that's still getting through the Upper Darby School District, and I pray for her and all of the children in my community, because we graduate beautiful children. We just celebrated children at the Delaware County Black Caucus last week. You know, they're beautiful, but they have struggles. They have struggles because they don't have the resources. So I just want to encourage us. This is a beautiful space. Where is he? Mr. Wilson. This is a beautiful space. And I think Minority Center is a great name, but let's think about minority empowerment. Okay? Minority empowerment, because
That's what it is, Minority Center
for
for participation and empowerment.
Amen.
So when you participate, you get empowered.
That's right. And so I appreciate you for having the vision, and I hope that we can get something going on in Delaware County. I appreciate you bridging Delaware County and Philadelphia. We need that. We need that, right? We need that. We need that. Philadelphia is right, it borders me. It's right there. So our pain is your pain is our pain, and our victory is your victory, and your victory is our victory. So thank you so much for all that you're doing. We are behind you, and thank you for inviting me today.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate for coming.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Thank you. So we're listening to this issue. I want my donuts. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm representing the Police 12th District Southwest, and I'm also representing Southwest as a resident. I was born and raised right here. In 30-some years, I've been in Southwest. So I take a lot of it personal when it comes to us needing the help and resources that we need. So when I got the email, this is opening, this is what we're going to do, grand opening, let's do it, I was for it. Even on my day off, I'm here. I have a open door policy. So once we start walking around and meeting and greeting, I'll make sure I give out my direct cell number, not my city number, my direct cell number, and you get my email. If you have any problems and you're not getting the answers that you need through our department, you can always reach out to me. I have a 24-hour service. You can call me. I have a 3-year-old, so I don't sleep. So I don't care if it's a 911 emergency. Please call 911 first. If you're not getting that connect that you need, reach out to me. I don't care what time it is. If I don't answer, text me. The lights right up. I go, yeah, that's work. I'm on it. I'll call. I can call inside. I can call supervisor, whoever it is that needs
to get the answers that you need if I don't have them at that exact moment. But I don't care what time it is. If it's 3, 4, 5 in the morning, I'm up. You can reach out to me. I'm here in this community every day. I go to church right up the street. I'm here every day, Monday through Sunday. So I'll be able to swing by and help whatever it is that you might need. But I'm so glad. Look at that face. He got to stop moving. I'm so glad you sent me the email that we could be part of anything that you need. The captain was on vacation, so he couldn't make it this far up in time. We're here, and we have open door. Him as well. He has an open door policy. All you have to do is come, show up. If we're not in the building, just call our cell phone. We'll either swing right back to you, or we'll FaceTime you, or somehow we'll be able to help you whatever you need. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anytime.
You know, once you are friendly with the police, you're in good hands. So, there are a lot of folks. There are a lot of our folks in the community who have made poor choices, and they are afraid of police. What we told them, look, if you hang up with the Minority Center, we can do good things, do cleanup campaigns. We can look for money to put in your pocket, and instead of just doing something wrong, you can do something good. And we got a few of them agreed to hang up with us. And the other guy who came is like, thank you very much for making me busy because I could be doing something else. So the kids just want to be engaged doing something, you know. So we'll continue to work with them, and I will have Officer Michelle and Captain Green on my right hand. And Captain Green is a friendly guy. We always speak, you know. This time he told me he was going on vacation. And also, I know Officer Michelle is the community relations guy. I said, look, I will hit him also. And I was surprised that he came because I was like, I kept calling the office. He's time in. I said, wow, who he comes. But thank God, we can all go together, you know. We have 3, you know, I respect 4 groups in Liberian non-profit in this place. Let me name them. You see, Akana, Afao, African, and Multicultural. These are 4 groups I respect, and I'm very glad they are here today. These groups, I'm very proud that these are people that we can learn from, our model. So thank you very much for coming. We have a librarian, the president for all the librarians in America. All the librarians in America. Mr. Shehu Kamara, you want to say something, or well, you can come here with
you can still read them.
Any other person like
I'm told to stand here and make a remarks. All protocol observed. I want to begin, Mr. Wisner, by congratulating you for this very powerful and proper initiative. You're doing things for minority, the Liberian community, and of course, humanity in general. Whenever we have resources that are amalgamated, it strengthens our resolve. It increases and improves our capacity to impact our community. I just want to say a little history. The Liberian Association of Pennsylvania, I'm very happy that we have an energetic president who is doing everything else to connect with members of the community. But the Liberian Association of Pennsylvania in 2008, December 5th, initiated the first ever youth summit, biggest youth summit ever in all chapters in the United States. And the reason for that was just what was perpetrated a few days ago when a lunatic individual recklessly just went and shooting people at random. At that time we had shooting, we had car theft, and there was a disconnect between our children and even those of us who parent them. We were leaving them home unattended, and their peers were actually raising them. And when their peers raise them, you know the outcome. The outcome is that they turn into, you know, problem areas in our community. So, even in Upper Darby, I remember we met Mayor Cozy and connected with the then Superintendent of Police at the time. So some of the work that are being proffered here and announced have actually been done in the community. And I think it's a good thing that there's a continuity. You know, it's a good thing where you leave things up, other people come and take it from there. So one of the things that was done in the past was a community, and I'm happy the police officer is here, was a community liaison. We were very successful in doing that in Upper Darby. We were very successful in doing that in Darby. That when things happen, the resident or the president of the community or any senior officer can pick up a phone and directly reach out to that police officer who is a community liaison. Why? Because there are cultural norms and cultural tendencies and things that sometimes we don't understand and they are easily misinterpreted. But when you have a leader who connects, you know, with the police officer and some authority, it's always a good thing. So I want to say thank you for all of you who have come here. Of course, my sister-in-law, I got to recognize her. She has been doing a fabulous job. I want to end by saying that I heard a remark of a few organizations that need to recognize our blackness and the things that we need to do as black people. I think these organizations that were named have been doing that very work long before this time. And African is one of them, Multicultural Community Families is one of them, and I just want to leave by saying, in unison, there's strength, and there can be no force that is ever formidable that a united people can never overcome. I want to thank you for inviting me, and God bless you.
Hello. I'm Reverend George Foley, all protocol observed, all the officials here, police and everybody else, council folks. Mr. Wisner, we want to say congratulations. We represent the old timer and usually we empower you. All I got to say, from what I have observed, we have to continue to engage, collaborate, and empower. That's the only way we'll move this community. We all I want. It's not about organization. It's all about service. God bless you. God bless your organization. We are here to work with each other. Thank you.
Just one or two more remarks. One or two more remarks.
I follow multicultural African. You want to say something? Okay. Okay, multicultural will come in. Oh, sorry, multicultural. Oh, sorry. So multicultural, who next? Okay, women substance then African.
Aaron, you want to stand with me?
Okay. Okay, go
I'm going to make it, keep this brief, but on behalf of the Multicultural Community Family Services and certainly the Delaware County Immigrant Coalition, Mr. Wisner and your team, I want to congratulate you in joining the ranks, not today, but as you said, for many years, not really in 2020 or 2021. You've been a member of this vanguard for many years, working independently and also in collaboration with other organizations here present. So I want to recognize your individual efforts as well as your collective efforts before starting the Minority Center. As you all know, this work represented and being done by so many organizations here has been done selflessly to address the many inequities and social disparities that we find within our communities, whether they're the African or Caribbean communities or African American communities. Yes, indeed, we are one. And yes, we know, even as we identify as one, we cannot forget the origins of our oneness, right? And that is our homeland, Africa. And so from Africa comes our Caribbeanness, from Africa come our Africanness, from Africa come our African Americanness. So I want to acknowledge our oneness, but also acknowledge those individual parts of us that still make us unique. I also want to acknowledge those social determinants of health that we fight for every single day that impact our lives: housing, food insecurity, gun violence. And I'm not going to repeat and talk about the loss that we are feeling and we are grieving even now, not just of Joseph Wama Jr., but the 4 others whose families are grieving, and we are grieving with them. My heart and hope is that as immigrant-led organizations, immigrant-founded and led organizations, as African-American founded and led organizations, as community-based founded and led organizations, we will see the vision that necessitate us to work collaboratively and in partnership with one another. Because only then can we really build capacity within our individual organizations, and only then can we build capacity within our community to prevent the injustices, to prevent the social disparities, to prevent the inequities that we are living with and we are interfacing with every single day. And my heart and my hope is that as we do this work, others behind us will follow in our footsteps, because we are getting older. We are getting older, and we need the younger generation to follow. And so I speak in a very passionate way, even as I honor those whose shoulders we stand upon. Our elder, Janine Blackwell. Yes. We honor you. And many others in this space who started this work way before. I honor the Liberian Association that was started long before us, but I honor the force that came after, dating back to 1996, 97, 99, 2008, as our Honorable Shehu Kamara talked about, and the impact that was felt in this community. I honor AFRICOM and the work that they have done. I honor all of these great organizations, community-based, community organizations, from the county organizations to the social organizations, HOSA, Women in Substance, and so forth. This work must go on. It has to be done collaborative. Gone are the days when we think that we as community-based organizations and social organizations and county organizations can work as individual entities. If we want to be successful, my people, we have to work in collaboration and partnership. And I work and live in Delaware County, but my work is in Southwest, my work is in the Northeast, my work is in Pennsylvania, my work is in Delaware County. And to our Honorable Gina Curry, representative of the 164th District in Delaware County, thank you for being here. To our esteemed Commission on African and Immigrant Affairs, Delaware County Commission on Immigrant Affairs, we said thank you. And to our members, Kara and Karaoke, thanks for being here. As Alaska said, he is a member, and we represent also the Delaware County Immigrant Coalition. Dr. Eric Eddy and I are also members, so it's in Karaoke. It is an honor to be part of this group. Mr. Wisner, we are all one on this journey together. Yes, let's work together. Multicultural and the Delaware County Immigrant Coalition, we are here to help you, whatever it is. We hope to work in partnership, in collaboration to get it done, because it affects all of us. Dr. Eddy?
Yes, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Indeed.
Thank you for the vision. Thank you for welcoming to accepting to take portion or part of the headache, but part of the excitement as well. It is going to be exciting. You mentioned in your speech that you have not gotten any yet in terms of substance. It is a lot of sweat, but it's going to come. And that's why we're here. The non-profit ecosystem in Philadelphia has changed thanks to the work that we have done over the past 20 years. Today in Philadelphia, there is no organization that wants to fund non-profit without calling Africa, Akana, and AFAM. The Philadelphia Foundation wanted to do some capacity building. They went with these three organizations through the Mayor's Commission in Philadelphia to say, hey, how can you organize? We decided with Ofi, Oni, and I, instead of distributing this money, let's create a more sustainable pool of funds. That's where collaboration comes in. For Africa, it has been the key to our success. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. There is a need to collaborate with those who are in place. And whoever is doing the job well, work with them, get a portion, and move forward. We do have plenty of things, and sometimes we don't have maybe the capacity to implement. When a new organization come in, and then we share the little bit of resources that we have, we can leverage more. So I want to congratulate you again for this beautiful thing. You are starting where many of us did not start before, with a place, a home to stand in. Many other organizations did not start there. So that's one powerful asset. You are also standing, the police in there. Not long ago, we had a meeting with one police commissioner. The brother left. He's in there. We have a meeting with one of the police captain. It was about increasing the diversity in the police force. Yeah. We need to follow up on that one because we want to fight against police brutality and the violence in the city. The police force also has to reflect the diversity of the community that we are here in Philadelphia. And these are the things, some of the paths, that the minority center can get in. I love the name, but I still don't like the name. But I love it. And we're going to talk about it, right? The name minority bothers me. Because right at this point we are majority, right? Yeah. And you are minority. So we love you all and thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Before the women of substance can come to us, our brother Siri Kamara is a young man who has a lot of experience. I don't know, maybe Siri said young, and he's running to be sheriff for Delaware County. I know most of us live there. And the election is not small. Once the Democratic Party endorses him, we sure he will win. So in the future, Siri will get to you, but we have to encourage a young man.
Thank you, guys.
When young men are doing bad things around here, we get a young man who's very serious. So we encourage him. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Give me a substance.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Women of Substance of the Lower Valley Incorporated, and I'm standing here as Cecilia Dixon, the president, and Mabel Nimpa is our financial secretary. We have come here to stand in unison with our brother and the team of Minority Center for Participation and Empowerment. We want to congratulate you all for this great work that you are doing here. And I want to, applaud you, the Cultural Center, for the words that you've said. And you were well spoken. And all those things that you said are really things that are affecting our community, and we are all working towards, building a strong community where we all will work together to see that we have a better community. Because the gun violence, the drug addiction is really, really overpowering our community. And this is a very good initiative that you've brought here for you to work with the disadvantaged youth, because we have a lot of them. Especially when we heard about the shooting, I ran to look for my son. I know he was not nowhere there, but as a mother, the first thing you think about it's your kid. You know, so it's so sad that this thing is going on in our community, and we are all working, we all stand together. I'm glad that it was spoken that we should not work as individual, you know, organization. We should all come together so that we can, you know, when we work together, the stronger we are together, the better it is for all of us. So on behalf of Women of Substance of the Lower Valley, we want to congratulate the Minority Center for Participation and Empowerment again, and we want to assure you that we will stand by you. And one important thing I just want to mention here, just last week Saturday, we saw the work of our brother Alaska, and every year we have Father's Day program, and we are looking for fathers that are impacting our community positively. So we identify our brother Alaska, and I know it was no mistake because we are all seeing what he is doing for our community. So congratulations and congratulations to your team. Thank you. Thank you.
I know we said 1 hour, but is there anybody who want to make comment? We don't want to.
Absolutely, I'm right here, sir, please.
Okay, Mr. Chief.
And I apologize for my dress code. So, Councilwoman Blackwell, the police liaison present,